Understanding word formation in English. Introduction. Welcome to our lesson on word formation in the English language. Today, we'll explore how words are created and evolve, making our communication rich and dynamic. We'll cover the primary methods, derivation, compounding, and conversion. Derivation involves adding prefixes and suffixes to base words. For instance, the word happy. By adding the prefix "un", we get unhappy, and with the suffix "ness", we form happiness. Prefixes come at the beginning of a word like pre, example in preview, or re in rewrite. Suffixes appear at the end, such as ly in, for example, quickly, or ment in, for example, enjoyment. For compounds, they can be closed like notebook, open like post office, or hyphenated like mother-in-law. Example: basketball, toothpaste. Lastly, conversion, also known as zero derivation. This process changes a word's grammatical category without altering its form. For example, the noun email can also be used as a verb to email. Conversion allows words to function flexibly in different contexts. Example: Google is a great model example. It's both a noun, a Google search, or a verb, to Google something. Example: text. Text can be a noun and also can be a verb. So this flexibility is what makes English such a dynamic language. To recap, word formation in English includes derivation, compounding, and conversion. Each method enriches the language, helping us to explore complex ideas clearly and creatively. That's it for today for the introduction. Remember, understanding word formation not only helps in building vocabulary, but also enhances your overall language skills. Keep practicing and you'll discover even more interesting words. Understanding word formation roots. In the vast world of language, words are the building blocks of communication. But where do these words come from? How are they constructed? The key lies in understanding the roots of words, the fundamental element from which countless words emerge. A root word is the core unit of meaning in a word. It's the base upon which prefixes and suffixes are added to create new words. Example: take the root word struct, meaning to build, with the prefix re, meaning again, and the suffix ion, indicating the act or process, we get reconstruction, meaning the act of rebuilding. Root words come from various languages such as Latin, Greek, and Anglo-Saxon. It's contributing to the rich tapestry of vocabulary we use today. Root acts ag. These mean to do, to act. Example, agent, one who acts as a representative. Activity meaning action. Apert meaning open. Aperture meaning an opening. Root ba, which means low. Example, basement meaning something that is low at the bottom. Basement, also a room that is low. Roots cap, capt, sip, sept, sieve. These roots means to take, to hold, to seize. Example, captive, one who is held. Receive, which means to take. Capable, which means able to take hold of things. Recipient, meaning one who takes hold or receives. Root, seed, city, seed, says. These roots mean to go, to give in. Example, to precede, meaning to go before. Access, meaning means of going to. Proceed, which means to go forward. Roots credit mean to believe. Example, credible, meaning believable. Incredible, meaning not believable. Credit, meaning belief, trust. Roots, curse. These mean to run. Example, current, meaning now in progress, running. Example, precursor, meaning running, going before. Recourse, meaning to turn for aid. Roots, dict, these mean to say. Example, dictionary, or book explaining words or sayings. Example, indict, meaning to say or make an accusation. Indicate, to point out or say by demonstrating. Roots, duct, these mean to lead. Example, induce, this mean to lead to action. Example, conduct, meaning to lead or guide. Aqueduct, meaning a pipe that leads water somewhere. Equi, this root means equal, even. Example, equality, meaning equal in social, political rights. Equanimity, meaning evenness of mind, tranquility. Roots, facts, fact, fi. These mean to make, to do. Example, facile, meaning easy to do. Fiction, meaning something that is made up. Factory, meaning a place that makes things. Affects, meaning to make a change in. Fair. These roots mean to carry, to bring. Example, to differ, to carry away. Referral, meaning bring a source for help, information. Graph, this root means right. Example, monograph, or writing on a particular subject. Graphite, which means a form of carbon used for writing. Roots, bits, missed. This means to send. Example, admit, to send in. Missile, meaning something sent through the air. Par, this root means equal. Example, parity, meaning equality. Disparate, meaning not equal, not alike. Plick, this root means to fold, to bend, to turn. Example, to complicate, meaning to fold, to mix together. Implicate, meaning to fold in, to involve. Roots, pon, pose, posit, pose. This root means to place. Example, component, meaning a part placed together with others. Example, transpose, or place across. Compose, to put many parts into place. Deposit, to place for safekeeping. Roots, script. These mean to write. Example, describe, to write about or tell about. Example, transcript, a written copy. Subscription, a written signature or document. Roots, secu or secu. This means to follow. Example, sequence, in following order. Sequel, a second following book. Consecutive, one that follows another. Roots, speak. This means to appear, to look, to see. Example, specimen, which means an example to look at. Aspect, which means one way to see something. Sist, meaning to stand or make a stand. Example, constant, standing ways. Stisto, example, status, meaning social standing. Stable, meaning steady or standing. Desist, to stand away from. Root, tact, meaning to touch. Example, contact, to touch together. Tactile, to be able to be touched. Roots, tain, meaning to hold. Example, tenable, able to be held, holding. Retentive, holding. Maintain, to keep or hold up. Tend, tense, tent. These roots mean to stretch. Example, extend, to stretch or draw out. Tension, which means stretched. Tract, this root means to draw. Example, attract, to draw together. Contact, which means an agreement drawn open. Roots, vent, this means to come. Example, convene, to come together. Advent, a coming. Roots, verse. This means to turn. Example, avert, to turn away. Revert, to turn back. Reverse, to turn around. So understanding root words not only enunciates your vocabulary, but also provide insight into the meaning of unfamiliar words. Educators often incorporate word building exercises to help students decode the meanings of complex words and improve their linguistic skills. By mastering root words, individuals can become better readers, writers, and communicators, empowering them to navigate the intricacies of language with confidence. So the next time you encounter a new word, remember to dig deeper in covering its root to unlock a world of meaning. Understanding word formation, exploring prefixes in English. Welcome to our exciting journey into the world of prefixes. Today, we'll discover how these little word parts can change meanings and expand our vocabulary. Prefixes are small but mighty parts of words that appear at the beginning and change their meanings. Let's explore some common prefixes and see how they work. Prefixes are like word building blocks. For instance, the prefix "un" means not or the opposite of. When added to happy, it becomes unhappy, meaning not happy. Let's try some examples together. What happens when we add "un" to "know"? Very good. We have unknown. Unknown means not known. How about "un" with "fair"? Excellent. We have unfair. Unfair means not fair. Another common prefix is "re", which means again or back. Adding "re" to "do" makes "redo", meaning to do again. Let's see some examples. What do we get? What do we get with "re" and "write"? Very good. We have "rewrite". Rewrite means to write again. And what do we get when we add to build "re"? Excellent. We have "rebuild". Rebuild means to build again. Now let's look at the prefixes "pre", which means before. When added to "view", it becomes "preview", meaning to view before. Let's now have another. What "pre" and "school" make? Excellent. We have preschool. Preschool means before schools. Example, and "pre" with "prehistoric" gives "prehistoric", which means before recorded history. There are many other prefixes, each with its own meaning. Miss means wrong or badly, as in misunderstand, misunderstand. Dis means not or the opposite of, as in dislike. And auto means self or by itself, as in autopilot. Prefixes help us understand and create new words. By knowing them, we can guess the meanings of unfamiliar words. Let's explore now a chart with prefixes, meaning, and example words. We have first a, ab, abs. This means away from. Example, absent, not to be present, away, abscond, to run away. Ad, a, ak, af, ag, and are, at, as. This means to, toward. Example, adapt, to fit into. Adhere, to stick to. Annex, to add or join. Attract, to draw near. Anti means against. Example, antifreeze, meaning a substance to prevent freezing. Antisocial or antisocial, which refers to someone who is not social. Bi or bi or bis, which means two. Example, bicycle, which means two-wheeled cycle. Biannual, which means twice each year. Biennial, which means every 2 years. Then we have circum or cir, which means around. Example, circumscribe, which means to draw around. Circle, which is a figure that goes all around. Then we have com, con, co, col, which means with, together. Example, combine, meaning to bring together. Contact, meaning to touch together. Collect, to bring together. Co-worker, a person you work with. Another is D, which means away from, down, the opposite of. Example, depart, to go away from, to decline, to turn down. Then we have dis, diff, D, which mean apart. Example, dislike, not to like. Dishonest, not honest. Distance, which means away. Then we have epi, which means open or on top of. Example, epitaph, meaning writing open or tombstone. Epilogue, which is a speech at the end, on top of the rest. Then we have equ, equal, meaning equal. Equ, meaning equal. Example, to equalize, meaning to make equal. Equitable, meaning fair or equal. Then we have XEF, meaning out or from. Example, exit, to go out. Eject or eject, to throw out. Exhale, to breathe out. Then we have in, ill, ir, im, and il, meaning into. Example, inject, to put into. Impose, to force into. Then we have in, ill, ig, ir, im, meaning not. Example, inactive, meaning not active. Ignoble, meaning not noble. Irreversible, meaning not reversible. Irritate, meaning to put into discomfort. Inter, between, among. Example, international, meaning among nations. Interpose, to put between. Then we have mal, with E, which mean bad, ill, or wrong. Example, malpractice, meaning bad practice. Example, malfunction, fail to function, bad function. Example, miss, meaning, another is miss, which means wrong or badly. Example, mistreat, to treat badly. Mistake, to get wrong. Misplace, to put in wrong place. Then we have mono, meaning one, alone, single. Example, monopoly, meaning one ownership. Monotone, one tone. Monologue, speech by one person. Monosyllable, one syllable. Then we have none, meaning not, the reverse of. Example, nonsense, not making sense. Non-profit, not making a profit. Then we have ob, in front, against, in front of, in the way of. Example, obstacle, something that stands in the way of. Obvious, right in front of, apparent. Obviate, to do away with, make unnecessary. Then we have omni, meaning everywhere, all. Example, omnipresent, always present, everywhere. Omnipotent, all powerful. Then we have pair, meaning through. Example, pervade, to pass through, to spread through. Perceive, to become aware through sight. Then we have poly. Example, polysyllable, meaning many syllables. Polygon, meaning figure with many sides. Post, which means after. Postpone, meaning to do after. Postmortem, after death. Pre, before, earlier than. Example, preview, or viewing earlier than another. Prehistoric, before written history. Preface, a statement before an article or book. Pro, meaning forward, going ahead, or of, supporting. Example, proceed, meaning to go forward. Pro-war, supporting the war. Promote, to raise or move forward. Then we have re, meaning again, back. Example, to retell, to tell again, to recall, to call back, to recede, to go back. Then we have se, apart, which means apart. Secede, to withdraw, to become apart. Seclude, to stay apart from others. Then we have sub, meaning under, less than. Example, submarine, underwater. Subway, a path, a way to move underground. Subliminal, below the level of consciousness. Then we have super, which means over, above, greater. Example, superstar, a star greater than other stars. Superimpose, to put over something else. Then we have trans, meaning across. Example, transcontinental, which means across the continent. Transverse, to lie or go across. Then we have un, meaning one. Example, unidirectional, having one direction. Unanimous, sharing one view. Unilateral, having one side. Then we have un, which means not. Example, uninterested, not interested. Unhelpful, not helpful. Unethical, not ethical. To recap, prefixes like un, re, and pre change the meaning of words, making our language more expressive. So prefixes help us understand and create new words. By knowing them, we can guess the meaning of unfamiliar words. So keep practicing, and soon you'll be a prefix pro. Understanding suffixes in English. Welcome to another exciting exploration of suffixes. with understanding word formation. Today we'll learn how these powerful endings can change the meanings of words and help us express ourselves more clearly. Suffixes are like word endings that give us more details. For example, the suffix er often means someone who does something. Adding it to teach make teacher, meaning someone who teaches. Example, what happens when we add er to paint? We have a painter, meaning someone who paints. So what do we have when we add er to run? We have runner. Runner means someone who runs. Another common suffix is full, which means full of or having. Adding full to joy makes joyful, meaning full of joy. What do we get when we add full to the word beauty? We have beautiful. Beautiful means full of beauty. And what do we get when we add full to the word hope? We get hopeful. Hopeful means full of hope. There are others, for example, suffix less, which turns adjective into nouns, indicating a state or quickly or quality. When added to happy, it becomes happiness, meaning the state of being happy. The state of being happy. So, what do we get when we add kind and less? So, we get kindness. Kindness means the state of being kind. And when we add dark and less, we get darkness, meaning the state of being dark. There are many other suffixes, each with its own function. Ly, for example, turns adjectives into adverbs, as in quickly. Meant turns verbs into noun, as in enjoyment. And iron indicates the state, a state or action, as in celebration. Suffixes help us understand and create new words. By knowing them, we can expand our vocabulary and better express our ideas. Let's now explore suffixes meaning and examples. We have able, bleu. This means able to. Example, edible, which means able to be eaten. Sellable, which means able to be sold. Ashes, cous, all. So this means like or having the quality of. Example, nocturnal, meaning of the night. Vivacious, meaning having the quality of being lively. Ends, antsy. This means the act of, a state of being. Example, performance, meaning the act of performing. Truancy means the act of being truant. And, er, or, which mean these mean one who. Example, occupant, one who occupies. Respondent, one who responds or answers. Teacher, one who teaches. Creator, one who create. Suffixes are, are. This means connected with, related to. Example, ocular, which means related to the eye. Beneficiary, which means connected with one who receives benefit. The suffix else means quality of, act of. Example, existence, meaning the act of existing or being. Full, the suffix full means full of. Example, fearful, meaning full of fear. Suffixes ik, ak, il, il. These mean of, like, or pertaining to. Example, cardiac, which means pertaining to the heart. Civil, which means pertaining to citizens. Infantile, meaning pertaining to infant. Acid, acidity, meaning like acid. Prefix iron, this means the act or condition of. Example, correction, which means the act of correcting. Ism, the suffix ism means the practice of, support of. Example, patriotism, support of one's country. Ist, this prefix means one who makes, does. Example, artist, one who creates art. Suffix is it, ty, y, means the state of, character of. Example, unity, the state of being one. Shifty, which means state of shifting around. Showy, which means state of always showing oneself. Suffix eve, meaning having the nature of. Example, active, having the nature of acting or moving. Less, this suffix means lacking, without. Example, heartless, meaning without a heart. Logi, this suffix means the study of. Example, biology, meaning the study of life processes. Ment, the act of, the state of. Example, retirement, state of being retired. Ness, the quality of. Example, eagerness, the quality of being eager. Ori, this suffix means having the nature of, a place or things for. Example, laboratory, which means a place where work is done. Suffix is us or os. These mean full of, having. Example, dangerous, meaning full of danger. Verbose, meaning full of words or wordy. Suffix sheep means the art or skill of, the ability to. Example, leadership, meaning the ability to lead. The suffix some means full of, like. Example, troublesome, meaning full of trouble. The suffix tud means the state of quality of, the ability to. Example, aptitude, which means the ability to do. The suffix y, meaning full of, somewhat, somewhat like. Example, musty, having a stale or example, chilly meaning somewhat cold, willowy meaning like a willow. There are many other suffixes, each with its own function. Suffixes help us understand and create new words. By knowing them, we can expand our vocabulary and better express our ideas. So keep practicing and you'll soon master suffixes. Understanding word formation, taking words apart. Language is a dynamic system constantly evolving and adapting. But have you ever stopped to wonder how words are formed? Word formation is the process by which new words are created from existing ones, often through a combination of prefixes, suffixes, and root words. Let's break it down. Take the word unhappiness. We have the prefix "un" meaning not, and the root word happy with the suffix "ness" indicating a state or quality. Put them together and we get not happy. Prefixes are added to the beginning of a word to change its meaning, while suffixes are added to the end. By dissecting words into their components parts, we gain insights into their meanings and origins. Word formation allows us to express complex ideas and concepts by combining familiar elements in new ways. It's like assembling a puzzle to create meaning. From misunderstanding to reimagine, word formation is a creative process that fuels linguistic innovation. Let's take some examples. Concurrence. Concurrence. So we have con meaning with, cur meaning run, ends act of running with, happening at the same time. Another example, exaggerate. We have prefix x meaning out, root ag meaning to do, and suffix act meaning to act out. Another example, irreversible. We have prefix ir meaning not, re again, verse turning, able meaning able to. So this means not to be able to turn back. Another example, malediction. We have prefix mal meaning bad. We have dict meaning meaning to say bad things or negative statement. Another example, persecutor. We have pre meaning before, curse to run, or one who meaning something that comes before. Another example, unity. Uni means one. Ty means state of being one, a single thing or being. We have another example, untenable. Un means not, tell means holding, and able means able to. So this means, in a word, not able to hold on. So by understanding the principles of word formation, we can expand our vocabulary and communicate more effectively. Word formation activities such as word puzzles and brainstorming sessions are not only fun but also help strengthen language skills. So the next time you encounter a new word, don't just read it. Take it apart, explore its components, and uncover the beauty of word formation.